Former President Trump visited the U.S.-Mexico border today, his first visit since leaving office, and he was joined by Texas officials, state lawmakers, including Governor Greg Abbott, who has vowed to continue building the border wall. Democrats criticized his visit, calling it a spectacle. NewsNation correspondent Joe Khalil joining us live in Washington, D.C. tonight with more on what the former president had to say today. Joe?
Yeah, and he was there a week after Vice President Kamala Harris made her first trip to the border there. It had a bit of a feel of a Trump rally. He talked about Russia and the election in addition to the border, but his focus was really on highlighting the Biden administration and the fact that he blames the administration for reversing his administration's policies on immigration, saying that ultimately he thinks that is what has led to the influx of migrants at the southern border.
President of the United States.
Former President Trump making an appearance at the southern border wall 1 week after Vice President Kamala Harris's long-anticipated first border trip.
They were talking about fentanyl. It was virtually not coming in to the area. It wasn't coming through the border at all. We had the border so closed, the best ever. And now it's coming through at levels that they've never seen before.
Following a roundtable discussion, the former president spoke in front of a piece of unfinished border wall, touting his own border policies and blaming the Biden administration for the influx of migrants from Central and South America.
They're coming in through the caravans, not everybody, but they're dotted all over the place.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott spoke alongside the former president. Recently, Abbott committed to finishing the border wall with Texas state resources.
It is time to make sure we seal this border and close it down.
The number of border encounters does continue to rise slightly. In May, 180,000 migrants came to the border, up 2,000 from the month before. But the numbers of unaccompanied minors at the border continue to go down, hitting a 3-month low of 13,000. Some Democrats say failure to pass a comprehensive immigration reform bill for decades is to blame for border issues today.
Of course Republicans are blaming President Biden for what's happening at the border. They're trying to shirk the 20 years of failures of GOP policy on immigration.
Now, this is the second major public event that the former president has held. Last week, he had a rally in Ohio, and there's reporting that he's planning on doing another rally about 200 miles from Miami this weekend. There's also reporting that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has asked the Trump team not to do it. He thinks it's too close to the building collapse, both in time and in location. And he has asked the Trump team. The reporting is that the Trump team is still going to be holding that rally. So we're going to have to see how that all shakes out. Robin Marnie.